And it's good morning to some, good evening to others, good day to still more, and for a few it's probably, ye gods, what time is this? Hello, welcome back to the Long Dark. Where are we? Make sure that I have all buttons pressed and what have you. I seem to have. Hopefully I'm not. Yes, I'm just checking I'm muted in the right places as well. So, where are we? Well, Astrid Greenwood is at the Carter Hydroelectric Dam, hunting ptarmigan, and what was intended to be a sort of quick trip out, quick trip back is turning into a more extended stay, courtesy of a couple of dead deer. Hey, Danny. Hello, Peanut. How are you two today? The major risk I have determined this location is possibly a bear sneaking up on me. I didn't think bear made it this far, but apparently they can, so I shall have to watch out. And even if I see it from the safety, apparently, of the bridge nearby, that's no guarantee, because it can probably pathfind up there faster than I can say, oh my goodness, I'm about to be mauled by a bear. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. I don't want to suffer another triple bear mauling. Oh. And it is that time of day. Oh no, I'm sorry. That sucks. Where's my deerskins? Did I not drop them? Maybe I did not. Well, I did not. I thought I dropped them. But, look, I have ptarmigan down. I could legitimately call this, say, okay, we're done, and bring this whole thing to an end. There is one treatment for seasonal sadness I've heard of, Danny, and that is sitting in front of high-intensity lights. I think it has to be the right color. But one place I worked used to actually have treatment for people who experience seasonal sadness, and that was what they did. They had a room you could go to for that purpose. Okay, I've got some water. And I know I have food.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I thought I... Oh, I was going to say, I thought I had more deer. Yes, I do. That's good. I wonder if it's worth a quick trip. I wouldn't be surprised. 24 hours of darkness would be quite trying for a lot of people. Oh, yes, unfortunately that kind of treatment won't help with that, will it? Sorry about that. Well, there appears to be nothing nearby so far, which is all to the good. I was happier here when I wasn't aware that a bear could make it this far. And then yesterday I got told, oh yes, we got surprised too. Which I can assure you does very little for my composure. Oh, hello. That's not my camp, I can assure you. So it seems, and I'm really saying this for the benefit of anybody who watches this outside of the live stream, that once you scare away ptarmigan, they don't exactly cease to exist as entities within the game. They just flutter off and go somewhere else. And they can be found a surprising distance away, so it can behoove you to go looking rather than necessarily waiting several days in the hopes that they will return. I found one of them all the way around here, back at the railroad, as a matter of fact. And now I'm not sure if I'm hearing things. Because they do make a distinctive noise. And I could have sworn I heard a very quiet version of it in my left ear. Of course, the minor problem is my left ear is my profoundly deaf one. Compared with my right ear, which is only mildly deaf. I think I'm going to go back, cook up some venison, make some water. Oh, good Lord. Are we going to do this again? Apparently we are. I thought I'd killed this wolf. Because there was a wolf over that way that had killed a deer. And then there was this one. And I assumed they were the same wolf, which clearly they were not. Give Peanut a scritch on the tummy for me. please. I remember when it was recommended you close this gate to stop wolves from coming in. I don't know if that was ever true. Now, got to bear in mind that piece of information comes to you from 5 years ago. But still, it remains a habit. If in doubt, shut that gate. Of course, the wolves are now both, at least 2 local wolves are now dead. Yeah, I definitely need to do some cooking.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, this is not going to work, is it? Can't light a fire around here, can I? Oh, I can! Oh, look at that. Huh. That's useful. Who would have thunk it? Oh. Okay, so closing the gate is always a good idea. We have spoken. It must be true.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Well, under the circumstances. Okay, that's a body. That is a deer carcass that's part of the game, if you know what I mean.
I can barely walk with this much gear. It's dusk, so I can't be far behind.
It'd be interesting to try and lure the bear out with nice smelly stuff. But I don't suppose it will cooperate, will it? Oh, yes. Oh. That sounds familiar. Right, well, we've got food. Now we've discovered we can light a fire as long as it's on the snow. Which is really strange if you ask me, but you didn't ask me, I just volunteered it.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Ooh, I'm sure you can be persuaded. I suppose the thing is, if the door's shut, technically, it probably doesn't see you, does it? Because if you can see, you can fiddle the game code. You know, you stand in a doorway, take a step forward, they see you. Take a step back, they don't see you. So, yeah, useful if you're hunting them sometimes.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Of course, it's always possible that the bear hasn't spawned, but that could or could not be a vain hope. The silly thing is, technically, if I wanted to be completely safe, I'd just hop next door to the ravine, but, don't think there are any ptarmigan in the ravine. It might be worth... It might be worth a bit of a check, actually. I don't think there are. I would have to cheat. I'm pretty certain ptarmigan do not spawn in the ravine. Almost certain. I mean, that would just be too easy, wouldn't it? I think I shall cheat. Well, not cheat per se. Ravine. Locations, ravine-based maps. Let's have a look-see. Detailed map. Possible deer carcass, deer area, rabbit grove. A lot of possibles. Possible metal container. Rope climbing spot. Yep. But no actual... No ptarmigan, it says here. Unless they changed it. Place to sleep, first aid kit. What's really interesting about this is I know a rope can be found there, but it's not actually mentioned on this map. And I have found a rope there. Peanut has an activation noise. Hey, Bricage / Nika Brika. How are you? Welcome back. So, 2 dead wolves so far. There's one right over there where those crows are. I know there is, because I just shot it. Hang on. Did I just hear... Did anybody else hear that? Okay. I heard a noise, or in my right ear. And if I didn't know better, I would say it was a bear type of noise. Definitely wasn't that noise. It was more like that. Well, yes, it was more like a bear type noise. I'm not smelly. Gives you some idea about how nervous this game can make you, that now I'm starting to question my own hearing. Now, I know I'm half deaf, so my hearing is questionable. But sometimes you do question your own. Now I'm going to spend all day Now I'm going to spend probably this entire session thinking I'm seeing rock-shaped bears or bear-shaped rocks. Yeah, that's the wolf that came at me yesterday. That's the human corpse. And then there's the deer over there. When I think about the number of times I've wandered down here only concerned about the wolves, my blood slightly runs cold. Doing it again. Now it's a stump, a bear-shaped stump. Despite the fact that I don't think I've ever asked the question, is that a bear-shaped rock or a rock-shaped bear, and actually got the answer, oh yes, it's a bear. Normally you see a bear, it's pretty obvious what it is. So I think what I may do is do a quick reconnoitre down here. See if I hear anything. See if I hear anything. Yeah, you know what I mean. Look, that's what we're after. And it probably flew away. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the ptarmigan are a lot easier when you can crouch, and my archery skill isn't at that level yet. I've actually done quite a bit more exploring than I normally would. Yeah, this is bear area, actually, where we are. I know this is, I have been told so. In fact, we could return to the cabin this way. Yeah, this region right here, I know, or I am told, can spawn a bear. So I have not, in fact, ever seen a bear in Mystery Lake, but there are 3 possibles that I know of. And one of them, if not 2 of them, can certainly appear on the lake itself. Yeah. I've only been told about it. But I think we can be reasonably assured. I think we can be reasonably assured. Yes, I was correct in that sentence. That it can make it as far as... Well, actually, you know what? It may not actually patrol as far as the bridge. Unless you're smelly. Because I'm pretty certain I've had bear approach me considerably outside of their patrol range because I was doing something which made me smell attractive. So, I am kind of wondering what to do next. I've got ptarmigan for the trade. I've got a bit left over. Do I have anything back at the ranger station that I particularly need? That's a bit of a question, isn't it? Yes, I have a deer. I'd like to take the deer pelts with me. To be honest, I don't need the wolf. I don't really need the rabbit. But the deer pelts I do need. Time to cogitate. And I do want to take the maple sticks with me rather than leave them here. Do I want to take the moose skin with me? There's a thought. Technically, I don't need it, do I? Because if I ever need to repair my moose skin cloak, as we all know by now, you can just take the thing apart and remanufacture it. Hey, Anna, how are you? As you may have gathered, I am cogitating. Basically, I'm going back to Coastal Highway. Cut my losses. Well, not cut my losses. Take what I've got. I've got what I came for. I can make the trade for rifle ammunition. I could probably make a couple of trades for rifle ammunition, actually. Don't worry too much about making a down-stuffed liner. Don't really need it. I am probably tired if I let myself think about it too much. At least today wasn't a swimming day. I would have had a live stream at 3 AM instead of 5. All right. Let's see. He wants 6 ptarmigan down. I've got 12. I could do 2 rifle ammunition trades. Which would be 10 more rounds of rifle ammunition. Oh, I never sleep well. That's why I take an afternoon nap. I'm often awake sometime between midnight and 3 AM. Sleeping longer than 3 AM is good for me, but if I have a couple of hours in the afternoon, I do okay. by early afternoon, I'm definitely starting to flag. So I was kind of hoping today that I might sleep in, but I didn't. But that's all right. Not sure what the best decision is. You know what?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I could leave the deer hides here. Pick them up on the way out. I can leave this here because it's sort of came with it. Head back to the ranger's place. I can then go back and check for ptarmigan in that region. And if I do or don't find any, come out. The only thing is I need a rope, don't I? And I don't feel like carrying 10 kilograms of rope. So, best thing to do would be to hope that it is in the cave, in the ravine. Well, I'll tell you what I will do. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going... Well, no, I know what I'm going to do right this for a second. I am going to go to the toilet, come back in a couple of minutes, and at which point I will take decisive action. Probably. See you in a couple. Holiday baking. Wow, that is early.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
See, I said I would take decisive action. At least with the wind at my back, I'll be pushed along nicely. If there's anything in the way, will smell me. So, what do we want to bet? Will the moose have respawned? How many wolves will I have to kill? I run across a stray ptarmigan. And let's face it, I need to go up to that tower, and I'll probably need to struggle back with the rope if it's up there. I don't want to carry the rope. Oh, great. There it is. I want to try something. I don't know whether it can get me up here. This is interesting. Hey, bring my arrow back. Well, this is interesting. It didn't behave like I was here. I stood upon the log. I have a suspicion. The weather is not going to be doing me any favours. And I want my arrow. Well. Seeing as I am in this region, I wonder if it's worth checking out the trailers down here. Might as well, seeing as I'm heading this way. Yeah, clearly, it's a useful... I didn't know that, and that's why I tried it. I was curious to see. Let's check out the trailers anyway. Should be over here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. No, that is just a boulder-shaped boulder. Made use of this place during Wintermute. Stashed some deer at this location. It's actually not a bad location. Should be deer up on the hillside there. I think there's a stove in the burned down cabin. And we have things to check.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear. Okay. I think I can use this.
Don't really need them, unfortunately. Still, if we need cloth, there's a lot of it.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, I'm sure you can. Oh, that was almost worth the side trip. I think we can give her a bit of a treat.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Yay for beef jerky. It's getting there, isn't it?
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
They did like their old bedrolls.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Pinnacle peaches. Yay for pinnacle peaches. And it's getting a bit late. Do I want to? No, I do not. I'm not thinking of going wandering around in this fog. I don't think. I think we're stuck here for the night.
I wonder if
Hopefully
I
it
can drop
doesn't
any of
blizzard
this
in the
gear.
morning. Heh. I mean, I could fight my way back. I suspect it's sort of up that way and turn right, but seeing as I'm here, oops, scurvy risk. Of course there's a scurvy risk. But that's why we have pinnacle peaches. Is there anything to do? Not really. I think I'm... We'll cheat. We'll just pass some time.
I'm not sure I
kidding.
can carry much more.
You're kidding me. It didn't fix my scurvy. Oh, well. Oh, that's nice. Almost sounds like a blizzard outside. Not here. You're going to have to post a picture of Peanut on Discord at some point, Danny. Seeing as he's as much of this community as anybody else. Right, let's continue on our little journey.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Now, if memory serves, there is another wolf around here. I don't mean the one I shot. I think the wolf that I shot is a sort of up there wolf. And there's another wolf that's a down here wolf, if you know what I mean. Oh! There's ptarmigan. Do I want to take a side trip for ptarmigan? Not really, to be honest. Oh, it's right there. Well. Of course, now I'm mildly smelly. I actually hit it. Oh. That signpost gave me a moment. For a moment. Oh. Ah, you missed the excellent ptarmigan shooting. Came across one on the way back up that way. And of course I now smell like raw ptarmigan. That area back there, oh, was profoundly irritating. In Wintermute, do you remember? Couldn't deploy a flare. Do I want to see if that's my arrow? Oh, so the ptarmigan. Oh. This is going to be that dead deer. Yep, it is. The Long Dark's the only game I know of where you can grind for something and it's almost relaxing. Honestly, if I was playing with my regular speakers, I probably wouldn't make it out. There are some noises which, yeah, I can just make out better with earbuds or headphones. And here's our next possibility of a problem right in this region. Because of course it's been a few in-game days since I was in this region, so naturally all the wolves will have spawned back in, won't they? I'm just getting ready for the inevitable jump scare, where I hear the bark or the growl or something. Have I gotten... I don't know whether it would be lucky or unlucky. The moose is not here. But the deer is. Are you going to charge straight at me? It seems not. What do we reckon? Should I give it a chance to charge me? Just so that I can get its skin? I've already got 2 back there, and I think I've got 1 here, so... Seems a little excessive to shoot this one. I'll make you a deal, dear Mr... A deal? Dear? Yeah, don't charge at me and I won't shoot you. How about that?
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
That was, surprisingly, free of events. Now I can fix my boots, or my pants, whichever. Well, we made it. Let's, Whoops, no.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Well, I have a bit of work to do at least. Got another whetstone, don't I, back at the back on whatchamacallit, Coastal Highway, I think. Oh, that one. I'm not sure I've ever heard a cat snore, to be honest.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, it's getting late in the day. Well, that's all cured. One of the reasons I came back here was to pick up the deer skin, which of course I inevitably used to repair something, so I suppose that's not too surprising. Still, why don't they let you make wolfskin everything? That would make life so much...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Didn't realize there was a magnifying lens there. That's the second one I've got, I think. Yeah. It's in that corner this entire time. This is my second visit, and I did not spot the magnifying lens.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Let this be a lesson to you. Always check every single nook and cranny and do it more than once. Yeah, I'm going to need to make a new iron bow at some point. Oh, look. I was organized. I put charcoal in there. How much charcoal have I got here? I'm just cleaning up the floor.
For much longer.
Huh. A hatchet. 61 charcoal. That's a ludicrous amount of charcoal. Is it? Oh, right. I wonder if it's any point in reading this. Oh, I can. Oh, my car. Yeah, there's no point in that. My carcass harvesting is already at max levels. Enough, more than enough for a barbecue, or for making gunpowder, I suppose. Oh, here we go. Archery slowly getting there. You know, you'd think with all the mending I've done, that score would be higher. Right. Let's see. Let's make sure that everything is in good order. Right. May as well put her to sleep. That's not quite what I meant. I mean, no, I was going to say put her to bed. That doesn't come across well either. I might as well let her sleep through the night. There we go. I think that's safe. And of course there's a scurvy risk, because there's always a scurvy risk, isn't there? That's getting to be quite irritating. Still, at least that's something I can fix. We had fish outside. Fish is what for breakfast.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, I've got to pop over to Discord after this just to check him out. Oh, drat. I'm dreadfully sorry. My bladder has decided it's going to be demanding today. I do apologize. I'll be back in a couple. Yes, I think I knew that, but well, at least I know I'm not the only live streamer who has to go to the toilet during his live streams. You probably never watched Gutsick Gibbon, and you may be thinking, what? Yes, Erica of Gutsick Gibbon fame. She's a anthropologist, currently doing her PhD in Miocene ape dentition, I think. And yeah, she's been known to do the same thing. I suppose if I was ever wanting to do a record-breaking live stream for 6 hours, I'd have to wear adult diapers, which could lead to some interesting moments. Right. Oh, I want a bit more water than that, just in case. Oops. Wrong effect there. Right, there we go. Now I feel happier about this little trip. Like I say, I do watch live streams, but they don't tend to be gaming live streams. Well, no, correction. I watch archived live streams because I'm rarely awake for them. You've never used the curing box? Oh my goodness. Yes, that is thoroughly worth getting. Makes long excursions much easier. You know, for 2 kilograms of food, you can have the same of nutritional as 1 kilogram of cooked meat. So useful. Easily carry a couple of days' food with you and it doesn't smell. Right. Let's see how many wolves are going to assault me on the ice. Well, it doesn't help that the woodworking tools are not exactly in the best of locations, are they? No, there's one wolf. Of course it is. So, for reference, for those who do not know, if you go and follow that, essentially you end up back at the Carter Hydroelectric Dam. And that does take you potentially through. Go on. Go after the deer. Don't come after me. Go after the deer. It's right behind you. Oh, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? You really want to do this? As I was saying, yeah, that area up there takes you along that river that leads to the Carter Hydroelectric Dam and through potential bear territory. I was going to say, for some reason, I was going to say beer territory. I was like, what on earth is that in my mind? I suppose I should welcome the wolf attacks if I want to get my archery level to the point where I can sneak up on things more easily. I don't know if it's been long enough for everything to have respawned. If the wolves have respawned, I suppose the other animals might have done. Yeah, there's the wolf over there. No, not seeing anything. Alright, so what I must now consider is, do I go up to the watchtower in order to get what I hope is a rope? Because... Oh! Oh, that was surprisingly close. There was one here. I wonder how far away it flies before it decides to settle. You know, if I really, really decide I need a rope, I could climb up over that way and get it from there. But technically, I ought to go and irritate that wolf. Just to get my archery level up. And wolves at the moment are my easiest targets. I think he's too far away for me to actually be bothered to go after him. Or her. My brain is doing that thing again where it's playing the Long Dark theme tune to the cadence of Astrid's footsteps. See you in a few minutes. I should still be here. Oh yes, you never trust this game when the music starts, do you? At least it's not the "there's a bear outside the door of the fishing hut" music. Well, no, I don't think it is at any rate.
Is getting too heavy to carry.
I never played Skyrim. Oh, well, correction. I played Morrowind. I played a lot of Morrowind. Then I decided I was going to do the main quest after I don't know how many hundreds of hours. And found out I'd really, really irritated one of the key people in the main quest, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. I suspect if I'd been playing it now, I would have found some solution. But that was a tad disconcerting. I was doing well too. You know, I think I was head of at least 2, maybe 3 guilds. You know, I was basically doing all the side missions. Right. So, why am I carrying 50 kilograms of stuff? What am I carrying? Everything. Oh. Huh. An extra hatchet, apparently. Oh dear. And of course that meant, yeah. Oh. I don't mind I don't like mods for games in general, with the exception of Minecraft. Which was designed for them. Of course, there's a slight problem in that when you say mods to me these days, I tend to think Warframe, and mods in Warframe are different to the modifications to your Warframe. So, different situation. I am thinking now of heading up to the watchtower.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
It's only midday. What do we think? Head up to the watchtower? I've got to go anyway, just in case there's a climbing rope up there. Ah, don't do that, Mr. Deer. The antlers had me fooled for half a second. Oh, did I? I did. I was just wondering if I dropped another wolfskin pelt. Yeah, that's understandable. But, I mean, to be honest though, for something like this, for streaming, I would always want to show the game as it is. Last time I went up there, I got caught out in a blizzard. So heading out into snow probably isn't the brightest idea I've ever had. Yeah, for Minecraft, yeah, There's so much stuff that you can do to improve the game. Yeah. Improve performance, for one. It is rather nice that you can do a lot of improvements to the game without actually changing the gameplay. Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind a mod for Prologue Go Way Back, but it's way too early for that. It's interesting, I did come across a mini article today about the graphics in Prologue Go Way Back, commenting that unless you had an absolute top-end system, the graphics were a bit dodgy, I think was the expression used. I was like, really? You're telling me? I have tried fiddling with the graphics. It's definitely got some odd behavior, but again, I don't know whether it's because I'm running it through Proton on Linux, or whether it's actually the game itself. But it strikes me as being, yeah, just strange. Oh, did you hear that? There's ptarmigan around here. Yep, definitely. Sounds like it's up the hill too. There, look. There's a patch of them. Oh, drat. There's a whole bunch of them. I had no idea. Yep. There was 4. And one of them flew straight over me. And like last time, the weather is not doing me any favours. I'm just checking outside first. Oh, sewing kit. Thank you. Don't know if I really need that. What have we got? Pork and beans. Granola bar. Anybody want a cooking skillet? Look at this!
I'll take it.
Rifle ammunition. Yay. Okay. It was worth the trip for the rifle ammunition. And a hatchet.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
And a new whetstone. Oh, goodies. What, you've got 18 pancakes, 18 hatchets, or 18 whetstones? Or 18 rounds of rifle ammunition? Possibilities are endless. Well, I can make water. I'm going to need to as well. Oh, skillets. Yes, yes. But no rope. I'm not sure whether to be happy or not, because I didn't fancy making my way down carrying an extra 10 kilograms of rope. Which means I'm going to have to hope that it's in the... Well, I've got two choices for rope, haven't I? I've got two choices. I can either grab the one that's in the climbing area here. Or I can hope that it's in the cave. Yeah, I'll try it. I'm tempted to try the cave. It'll make life a lot easier. There isn't a storage chest or something around here, is there? Nope, there isn't. It's okay, I'm not actually heading back. Hey. I'm really surprised that a wolf didn't try and eat me on the way up. It has to be said. Huh, look at that. There's a little pond here. Oh, it's not a pond. It's more like a spring. I didn't know that. Oh, the radio tower's not far. Huh. And there's a wolf. Is that a wolf? Yep, that's a wolf. Maybe they used skillets to boil water. Or cans. Maybe they don't like the taste of animal fat with their cooking water. Oh. That sounds painful. How come I didn't see that flare shell earlier? Yay! Yay for pancakes. I think we've chopped up just about everything. Let's grab some water. Ooh. 100% chance of starting with a book.
Come on, little fire.
Well, this is getting to be a very appropriate place.
Oh, yeah. That's
Because I've been going for 2 hours. And I actually need to make lunch. Oops. Ooh. Almost forgot to drink some of it. That would probably be a good idea. Oh. Did it not let me? Let me heat up the pork and beans, but doesn't let me eat it. Oh, no, it's okay. food, water, a place to sleep. What more could you want? So what we'll do is we will let Astrid sleep through the night. And then I have to go and make lunch. 172 hours in the game. 172 hours. 172 days in the game. That's bordering on the not bad. Don't think that's a very good screenshot, not with her breath fogging the picture. Oh, looks like it's a nice day. So, as you've all heard the blurb, I don't know if you've all heard the blurb before. The Long Dark will return tomorrow at 0900 hours Greenwich Mean Time. I will return at 1900 hours Greenwich Mean Time with more Warframe, most likely. I hope everybody has a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Ooh. There's a wolf down there. Please be excellent to each other. Be kind to children and animals, especially Peanut. Other animals as well. And I will see you all next time.